when you refer to a mom as a MILF. I love being alone on the weekend early in the morning. I raise my kids by myself. I rarely wake up to a quiet morning. I enjoy mornings with my kids in a different way, but I love quiet mornings when I'm on my own, especially when it's so early that it feels like everyone else is still asleep. I'm taking my dog for a walk in the misty morning when I stop to check the time on my phone and hear the message that breaks the silence. I'm a total MILF, it seems. I know it's supposed to be a compliment, but it's a million miles off. Somehow, the fact that the message came from someone I thought of as a friend is worse than if it had come from a man I didn't know on the internet. The quiet of the morning broke, or I did. What you need to know about calling women MILFs. MILF stands for Moms I'd Like To, you know. For those who don't know, it's a pretty clear sign of what kind of interest is being shown. It also takes away our humanity by talking about us in terms of our relationships with other people. Here are some things that most people who use it should know. Yes, we're aware. Let's get something straight. Most women know that there are men who want to sleep with them. We learned that early on, so early that most of us aren't even women yet when we realize it for the first time. We're just girls who still play with Barbie and see the world as it is. I was probably 12 when I was objectified for the first time. The worst part is that I thought it was kind of nice. I was a shy kid who was always the last one to speak. It made me feel like someone was watching me. Only I knew that the way they looked at me was wrong, even though I didn't know what it meant yet. It's not a nice thing to say. So, no, it doesn't make me feel good when someone says they want to sleep with me. I know some people would do it. I don't need 100 people to want to sleep with me, I just want to be held by the right person. Is that asking too much? There's not a dad equivalent. I've never heard a woman refer to a man who is a father as a DILF. It doesn't happen very often. I know some women do the same thing with men. I'm aware. But most of us can feel sexually attracted to a man who is a father without sliding into their direct messages to point out that they are also fuckable parents. If MILF is used for anything other than a joke, it shows sexism, not flirting. If sex was your goal, you failed. I have no problem with talking about, thinking about, or having sex. Like many people who are single during a pandemic, I wish I had more of it. I'm lonely sometimes, and I have the same human needs, which are probably made worse by a high sex drive that I can't meet with another person now. See, single parent, pandemic, men sending messages like this. But I won't have anything to do with someone who puts sex before my humanity. Even though this shouldn't be hard to understand, this message was one I had heard before. It's not the first time someone has called me a MILF, and it's not the first time someone has treated me like a sexual object. It can happen with strangers, friends, and even people you're dating. I'm tired. It took a peaceful, beautiful morning and made a hole in it. There are many ways to show interest in another person without making them feel like a thing to be used instead of someone to care about or love. Isn't that what we all want? Wanting to be seen, known, and loved. I want to spend the rest of my life with someone who wants to love and sleep with me. We are more than the sum of our parts, and we all deserve to be sexually and emotionally attracted to people who care about us and treat us like people. But what about the women who are fine with it? Even though some women take part in their oppression, that doesn't mean we should agree with it. After all, many people are happy with relationships that are bad for them. This shouldn't be what the rest of us look up to. Some women have taken back their power by reclaiming the term MILF, like how many people have reclaimed the word bitch. I can see why you want to do that, and I have no problem with it. I do, however, have a problem with how often this term is used in society without first being proven to be okay or questioned as to whether it should be. I used to like those books by Laura Numeroff. My favorite book was If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. It went something like, if you give a mouse a cookie, he'll ask for a glass of milk. The whole book is about what happens and why. I was thinking about it today after the smoke cleared from the message. And I didn't feel the shame that seems to come with sexually degrading messages, the sadness of seeing a fellow human being in a new and unflattering light, or the anger that this keeps happening. Just a matter of cause and effect. If you call a mom a MILF on social media, she will block you. If she blocks you on social media, she'll probably tell a few friends what happened. She's going to need a glass of wine when she tells a few friends what happened. When she gets a glass of wine, she'll remember that she also needs some chocolate, etc. So, if the point of calling a mom a MILF is to connect in any way, shape, or form, it might work for 1 out of 100 women, but I can guarantee that it won't work for me. It is not a compliment. It doesn't do what it was supposed to do. Maybe it's time to stop saying that and just try to connect as people.